I have had a great time looking around charity shops, CEX, anywhere I can find physical media. And we have got this lot to go through. So let's start this video right freaking now. Hello YouTube, this is Matt Pirate. Welcome back to the channel. If you're into strange brand of form of entertainment, that is myself, then consider hitting that subscribe button and let's crack on with the video. This is a physical media haul for July 2026. Now, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 DVDs and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 Blu-rays. Yes, the Blu-rays outweigh the DVDs for this month, and it is awesome. So let's start off with the DVDs, shall we? Now, these first three I got for £1 in the charity shop. It was 3 for £1, and these movies are The Green Mile. Now, this is a movie I haven't seen in a very long time. And it's a movie I've been meaning to re-watch. I can't actually say I can't remember the last time I watched this, and I see so many clips of it online, and I'm like, oh, I need to rewatch that. That's always got really good rewatch value. As always, it's in the really cool old school DVD case. You don't get these anymore, so these are always quite fun to find. I used to hate them, but I actually think they're kind of cool now. And the disc is absolutely spotless. I always check the discs just to see if they're like completely clean, no scratches or very minimal scratches, because the last thing I want to do is obviously pay out money and then they not work. But I do quickly run them through anyway, just to make sure they do work. Next up is a film that I actually watched once I got it. There's a couple of these I haven't watched yet. That film is Constantine, or Constantine, depending on how you say it. This, to be fair, was alright. It definitely has some rewatch value, which is why I bought it. I won't buy a movie now just to watch it once. It's got a really cool disc there, and obviously the disc is spotless. It's Keanu Reeves. Keanu Reeves is awesome, and it's just a fun movie you can stick on and sometimes lose yourself in your phone, because it can just be pretty average at times. But nonetheless, it isn't crazy Nicolas Cage. Again, these three movies I got for £1 in, I think it was a cancer research. We went to see Metallica, and I just happened to pop into a charity shop. And yeah, there was a really good value for money section for these. And again, all of these discs are absolutely spotless. You've got to love a bit of crazy Nicolas Cage. There's nothing wrong with that. So, continuing on with the charity shop finds, actually. I did do quite a bit of charity shop hunting. Unfortunately, with like the charity shops, they have obviously a lot of the same films. So, trying to find certain ones that you're looking for, I have to write a list down, because I've got like 600-700 movies now. So I'm starting to get to a point where I need to make sure that I'm actually trying to go, right, what do I actually need, or what do I want? So the first up, I got this for £1. It said £2, they dropped it to £1, and that film is Equilibrium. I forgot how good this movie is. This is such an awesomely epic movie, and again, really cool disc. Again, disc is spotless, which is what we like. And yeah, I rewatched this, and I was really impressed with this, because I was like, oh yeah, I've seen that, and then I just had to buy it as soon as I saw it. I was like, definitely got to check that out. It's such a fun movie. Next up is one of my favourites, and one I've been looking for a very long time at a decent price. And that film is Me, Myself, and Irene. I fucking love this movie. It is so much fun. And even after I've seen this probably at least 10 or 12 times since this came out. You know, it still makes me laugh. Every single time it makes me laugh. And I've been looking for this film for ages at the right price, or just places locally just don't have them. And again, makes me happy. Disc is spotless. And one thing I do like is the fact it's actually got the cow on there as well, which is, if you know the movie, is pretty funny. So yeah, that's another great movie to add to my collection, especially for the price as well. So next up, we have more Keanu Reeves, and that was Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. Now, I'd been looking for this for a while. We went to see Metallica. I was in the local CEX. I was just sort of like, oh, let's go check out, see what they've got, and they had this. So I can't really complain for £1.50. And again, as always, check the discs. Discs in decent condition, and I already had the other one, so at that point, I'm just completing the collection on this. The only thing I have got to get is the new one, but I'm definitely going to wait for that to sort of like probably really come down in price, and I'll probably actually just trying to find it. But another Keanu Reeves film to add to my collection, which is always a good one. Next up is a film I just sort of was like, oh, I haven't seen this in years. Again, in another old school case, and that film is Wild Wild West. Gotta love a bit of sort of late 90s, early 2000s sort of Will Smith. This film is pretty terrible, to be honest with you, but it's one of these ones that you can stick on and you can just enjoy it for what it is. Obviously, the disc isn't particularly brilliant. It's a typical sort of standard sort of text disc, but I couldn't really complain for £1. £1 for this movie I thought was generally okay. So that's pretty much it for the... Oh, I've actually got one more, which is Joker, and I got it sealed for £2. Now, I really like this movie, and I refuse to watch the second one because I've heard it's that bad. And I was thinking if they're going to make another one, I might buy the box set, but I don't know if they're going to. I like this movie enough just to buy it on its own. And considering it was sealed, it still is sealed, it's in the packaging right now, £2 is really not that bad. So, all of those, that cost me £7.50, which I don't think is necessarily that bad. I think that's pretty good for what I've actually got. So, that's the DVDs. Now, onto the Blu-rays. So now we are moving on to the Blu-rays, and I've got myself quite a collection here. Let's crack on, shall we? This is the bit I've been looking forward to the most, because I do love a good Blu-ray. I buy DVDs because they're nice and cheap, and if it's a film I'm looking for and it's not on Blu-ray at a decent price, then I will happily get it on DVD. I don't really have a problem too much with format. I don't have 4K, so Blu-ray and DVD is perfectly fine for me. I'm just really happy to start collecting physical media again, to be honest with you. So, next up, we have Indiana Jones: The Complete Adventures. This, of course, is 1 to 4. So that's Raiders, Temple of Doom, Last Crusade, and Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. And these are in a really nice box set. All of them look really cool. The disc looks kind of awesome with the... Oh, my middle fell out. That's not good. But they're really cool. As you can see, it's kind of handy. There we go. I can just slot those back in. And it's even got a bonus disc, which is cool. Now, what I could have done is I could have done this one whole thing here, which would be a bit odd because technically all 4 movies on Blu-ray would be wrong, because I also got Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. Now, I do like this movie, and I have seen it once. I wanted to complete my collection of Indiana Jones, and I thought that overall, £20 for all 5 Indiana Jones movies on Blu-ray was actually a really good price. Again, discs are absolutely spotless, as most Blu-rays usually are, because I think they're quite hard to scratch. But I generally thought that wasn't too bad for a movie that hasn't been out that long. Next up is one movie that I actually really do need to watch again, and definitely has some rewatch value. That movie is 1917. Now, I bought this basically with most of my other stuff, apart from Indiana Jones and one other thing on here. I kind of just went on a bit of a binge. I had some birthday money, and I just thought, screw it, let's go all out, let's have some fun, let's buy some stuff. So I traded in a couple of games, and I think overall it came to like £21 in the end for what I actually bought. So this was one of them that I really enjoyed, because it's made to obviously look like one continuous shot. Obviously there are parts in this where you can clearly tell they've cut, but it's so seamless you don't always necessarily notice. It's a really cool disc, which is obviously the cover, but overall this was a really good film by Sam Mendes. So next up is a film I've never actually really heard of and never seen. So that film is Prince of Darkness, and it's got what's his name? Where are we? Is Donald Pleasance. That's it. That was the name I was looking for. So I've been collecting John Carpenter movies for a little while now. Just if I can get my hands on them, even if I haven't seen them, the ones that look pretty good. I looked at this and was like, actually, do you know what? I'll give this a chance. The discs look absolutely awesome. I'm also glad it is a 2-disc version, as we can see there. There we go. It looks really, really cool, and I'm really looking forward to checking that one out. Just really interested to watch all of his movies. I haven't seen as many as I actually thought I had. But yeah, that is definitely one that I'm looking forward to the most. Next up is a movie that I have only seen once and I really enjoyed, and just generally can't find anywhere. I just happened to come across it in CEX. It was a little bit more than I was hoping to pay for it, but I thought, do you know what? Fuck it, let's just buy it. I'm in one of those moods. And that movie is Cape Fear. This is an awesome movie, and it's kind of like psychologically creepy. And I love the fact that the eyes are the disc, because that looks really fucking cool. So this is definitely a movie I'm definitely going to be watching again. And yeah, I'm also going to be adding a lot more Martin Scorsese movies to my collection as well. Right, next up is a movie that I initially liked, and I thought, do you know what? There's a lot of people that kind of shit on this movie because it's generally quite bad, but it's just one of those movies you can just kind of pop on, and as long as you pretty much kind of turn your brain off with, like, you know, like you would do for sort of like the later Fast and Furious and pretty much the later Jurassic Worlds, then you'll be fine. And that movie is Jumper. I remember it being pretty good. It's, you know, probably not overly amazing from what I actually remember. I think it had a good premise, but just a bad execution. And I think they could have maybe made it a bit better. But obviously I haven't watched this in a few years. I've only seen sort of a couple of clips here and there. But yeah, this is definitely one that I think I'm definitely going to check out again. Like I say, it was It was £1.50. You can't really go for wrong for £1.50 Blu-ray. And again, disc is spotless. So there you go. Next up is Blade Runner. Now, I'd only seen clips of Blade Runner. I'd never actually seen the movie the whole way through, or I'd seen like most of it and then not the end, and then I'd watch like the last half of it. So I'd never actually seen the movie the whole way through, start to finish. And I'll be honest with you, it's one of those ones for me where the sets look so good. You're just like really captivated by the sets and the style and the clothing and everything else. For me, the story was okay. I probably need to rewatch it again, because I'd be honest with you, there were a couple of times I got a little distracted by my phone where I was looking at stuff going, oh, who is that? Who's that? But I think like the making of it and stuff like that is meant to be really, really good, which I'm so glad, because this is a 2-disc version, and this does have obviously both discs in it. The only annoying thing with this is that both discs are sort of in one part, which is a little bit annoying, but they both do fit in there, so I'm not going to take that one out at the moment. But yeah, I think that's definitely one that I've got to rewatch again. I also want to watch 2049, so I need to find that one for a decent price as well. And I don't think £5 was necessarily that bad. So, last but not least, is genuinely one of my favourite franchises of all time. I sold the DVDs when I was clearing out a whole bunch of stuff, because I didn't have all of them, and I thought, do you know what, I will probably end up upgrading them to Blu-ray anyway. So that is basically what I've done, and I got all 5 movies of the Pirates of the Caribbean, and there's a specific reason why I've bought 4 in one and then the 5th one separately, and that was because this is £11. I didn't think £11 for 5 movies on Blu-ray was necessarily a bad thing. When I looked at this and then looked at the 5 movie collection, the 5 movie collection when I bought these was £20. So I'm not paying an extra £9 to have basically a box set that is just basically going to be this anyway. So I generally thought that £3 wasn't necessarily bad for this one, and I thought £8 was an absolute bargain for this, and these look so fucking cool. These Blu-rays look awesome. They look so cool. Look at that. And it's even got a bonus disc as well. Happy days. They're such cool looking discs. And this is one of my favourite franchises. And although the 5th one's not particularly brilliant, I do love the original trilogy. Now, that was the entire Blu-ray section, and the total of that, if I bought all of those outright, would be £52.50. So overall total is £60 for the entire collection that I've got this month. It was slightly a little bit less because a couple of them I bought, I traded in a couple of games that I never really play anymore, so it was a tiny little bit cheaper, but I can't remember what the exact price was. So £60 for that lot is not, I don't think, too bad. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you've enjoyed. I really do enjoy doing these types of videos, and we shall see you all very, very soon for the next physical media haul and any other videos that I end up doing. See you all soon.